Sad news today in Oregon politics. Oregon's longest-serving lawmaker, former Senator Peter Courtney, has died at the age of 81. Governor Tina Kotek made the announcement this afternoon. Courtney died in Salem, surrounded by his family from complications related to cancer. Courtney, a Democrat, served as the Senate president for 20 years. He spent 24 years altogether in the Senate and another 14 years in the House of Representatives. He retired in January of 2023. Over his decades in Salem, Courtney worked on increasing mental health services, seismic upgrades, and raising funds for K-12 schools, among many other things. In fact, today in Salem, the Oregon State Hospital's campus was renamed in his honor. The ceremony was planned well before he died, and Governor Tina Kotek said the recognition was a long time coming.
He took a significant personal pleasure in looking literally at the plans for this building and working with those who were making the new building happen. It made him incredibly happy when he talked about it. And then he probably did some shouting about it too, but he was really happy about it.
Now, one thing to know about Peter Courtney, he was a guy with a lot of personality, and he told you exactly what he was thinking. We talked with him around the time he was retiring just over a year ago, and he told Pat he didn't know what he was going to do after politics.
What will be next for you? I don't really envision you sitting in a rocking chair on the front porch.
Oh, there you go. Now that really got me. I'm just going to watch the river come up. I live in a river. When I'm living, I'm looking at it. Jesus, coming up. I don't know. I don't play golf. I don't have a perfect hobby. That's another question you're asking me. And again, I was sad before I started this interview. Now I'm outright depressed thanks to you, Pat Dooris. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And I don't know. I have no magic, beautiful plan. Every plan I ever had in my life never happened. So maybe this is good.
Perhaps you could get an RV and travel the country with your wife.
No, I'm not going to get an RV and travel the company. I don't know. How do you stay clean in an RV? I mean, in showers, you can't get in. There's not really water. I don't trust it in the toilet. I don't want it. No, I'm not going to do that and drive around. You want me driving around? No, I mean, I'd love to visit some historical sites, but I'm not going to get an RV and go ranting and running around and knowing me. I'm not going to. No. If you want an RV, you RV. I'm not RVing.
The man who succeeded Peter Courtney in the Oregon Senate is Democrat Rob Wagner. We talked with him this afternoon. He says he first met Courtney back in the 90s as an intern at the Capitol.
Peter gave a speech one time at the beginning of a legislative session where he called it the little things. And I think so it's not just one big thing. He obviously left an incredible contribution in everything from his care for animals or mental health parity or in our school system. But it was all the little conversations and all the little ways that he was a coach and a guide. So it was little conversations that you might have in a private moment on the floor. He always would take the time for any member to provide them counsel and to help them be not only a better legislator, but a better human being.
We've heard all afternoon from people who worked with Courtney at one point or another over his career. Former Oregon Governor Ted Kulongoski wrote, "Senator Peter Courtney exemplified the true meaning of service in every aspect of his life, whether to his family, his friends, or an elected office. I most admired Peter's profound knowledge of and appreciation for the legislative process. Peter understood the nuts and bolts of the process. He could get things done. His long record of public service was extraordinary." We caught up with Senator Ron Wyden today, who called Courtney a juggernaut for his constituents.
Well, what I remember is Peter Courtney calling me up at 7 or 8 a.m. in D.C. to talk about a pressing matter, and it was like 4 or 5 in Oregon. And Peter was already out of the gate coming up with important ideas, again, to make Oregon an even better place. He was relentless.
And although he was a Democrat, several Republicans have sent their condolences. Oregon Senator Tim Knopp wrote, "It was an honor to serve with Peter Courtney in the Oregon Senate. He is one of the most impactful elected officials Oregon has ever had. He dedicated 4 decades of his life serving Oregonians and the institution he loved, respected, and protected." He went on, Most importantly, Peter had a heart for and cared about people. He was the most formidable leader I've had the privilege to work with. He was fair, kind, and brought people together. He tried to make sure all Oregonians' voices were heard. The common thread we've been hearing all day, and what our team has seen over the years of covering Peter Courtney, he deeply loved Oregon, loved serving as a lawmaker, and loved the people he worked with. As we wrap up and head to break, let's listen to Peter Courtney's final remarks to the Oregon Senate in December 2022.
This business we're in is very hard, very hard. In my 44 years in politics, I've been hurt, I've been angry, I've had nasty things done to me, and I've seen a lot. But I must say, along the way somewhere, I got blessed because I was convinced that if I decided to be here, whether it's here or wherever, that if I couldn't care enough through whatever had been done, I don't belong here. And so for me, this statement about caring for one another is the ultimate thing that allows this institution to function, is the ultimate things that allows each of you in your personal lives and all your lives to survive. And it also allows you, when you leave here, to say, oh, you're a pretty good person and you've done a good job. Good luck in all ways. God be with you. Thank you.